Today I want to talk about what you can do to improve your mental health. And so I want to start with self-care. So how does self-care look like? That you are aware of yourself. You are aware of your emotions. You are aware of your thought patterns. We are also talking about spiritual health because we have a body, we have a mind, and we have a soul. And in this spiritual space where the soul lives, that's your inner life. That is what you say to yourself, what you believe about who you are, how you are within the world, and what the world is like, and the people around you, what you believe about the people around you. That is very important because it's part of you taking care of how you feel about yourself, your self-esteem and your self-worth. Those are very important aspects of your life, because if you do not feel that you are a person of worth, a person of high esteem, what is going to happen is that you give up a lot of your values, of your what is important to you in order to fit in, and you make a lot of assumptions about how people see you. And so it's important for you to take time on a daily basis to ask yourself, who am I? What do I believe about myself? How does my husband see me? My boyfriend see me? How do my children see me? How does my girlfriend think about me, or my wife think about me? What about my parents? What is the message that I grew up imagining or even believing about myself, who I am within the family? Some of us, we are family heroes, and this is a family hero, is the person who believes that they are the savior of the family. They have to meet everybody's need, even at the detriment of their own needs. And so those people, they tend to develop resentments and bitterness later in life. When you begin to feel like your mental health is not where it's supposed to be, you need to kind of take a series of personal therapy where you are learning more about yourself to make sure that your mental health is where it's supposed to be, where you are feeling happy, where you are feeling productive, and where you are feeling in control of your own life. You do need to take a process of self-awareness. You can just take a notebook, and every day make a journal of what happened, how you felt, how life is treating you, what are the things that you're struggling with, what did you do well that day, evaluating your life on a daily basis. And then you also want to do this self-awareness process. You also want to do a goal setting process. It is better to have short-term goals, like now 3 months, I want to do this. This helps you to feel that you have a plan, you know where you are going. You're not going in autopilot. When it comes to issues of relationships, evaluate the relationships that are important to you. What's going on there? Because relationships have a really big effect on your mental health. Identify the relationships that are not bringing value to you, or that are taking away value from you, and begin to ask yourself, what is this relationship? If it is a marriage relationship, a dating relationship, an intimate relationship, begin to live in reality. Don't stay in denial. There is also the issue of self-regulation. And I want you to even go online and Google self-regulation, emotional regulation. Many of us, we just react to life. When you do that, you are not going to experience good mental health. This is the way reaction happens for most of us. So you feel this emotion after somebody does something, says something, you feel triggered, and you feel this strong negative emotion. What do? You immediately attack. You immediately go onto defensiveness, and you say things and you act in ways that you are not proud of. Later on, you come back and you have to apologize, or you feel so guilty, or you feel that you are not a good person, and your mental health is constantly being attacked by you not having the ability to self-regulate. Be self-aware, accept your emotions, but then manage them. Be in control of how you are going to deal with the emotions. The other tip on how to improve your mental wellness is also to understand that people do experience you. So ask your friends, for instance, or your children, what is mommy or what is daddy doing these days that you don't like? Get feedback. Ask people also, what do you see are my strengths? when you relate with me as a business partner, when you relate with me as a colleague at work, what are the things that I do well, and what are the things that you would help me know in order to improve myself? That is what we call social awareness, so that you allow yourself to receive feedback so that you can be a better person. Don't live in your head, continually living with the assumption that people think of me this way or they think of me that way. Look for evidence about the way that those narratives that you have in your head about other people. Don't create the stories in your head and then you make them the truth. Because until you know what a person thinks of you, you cannot read their minds. And so it's important to do that process of seeking feedback. And this is huge. It's about your spirituality. Very important for you to figure out, as a spiritual person, who are you? You know, we are a body, a mind, and a spirit. In this spirit space, that is where lies issues of hope, issues of faith, issues of kindness and goodness, and the positivity about life. If you don't take care of your spirit, man, then you are going to struggle a lot with your mental and with your physical health. And the way that you express your spirituality is through religion. Nothing wrong with that. Then get into it. Understand this God that you ascribe to. Understand the message. Understand how to live with that connection, because usually your spiritual life is what connects you with the bigger picture. If your life is all about you and your little life, then you will stay there. But if you allow yourself to expand your life to the greater good, to the greater community of humanity, you will find, that's where we find our purpose. That's where we find a reason to be motivated to live our lives. When we give to others, then we are going to receive back, and we feel a member, like we are a member of a bigger community. And so how do you do some of these spiritual exercises? Number one, religion, like I said. Then learn more about your religion, embrace it and walk it. And then number two, learn to give to the community. Volunteer your time, volunteer your things. Go out and do things for others. That will increase your feeling of goodness. And then number three, you want to look at the problems within the society that you can solve because of the giftings that you have and because of the knowledge that you have. Try to do those things that will make the life of others feel better. That will increase your feeling of good mental health. So I would be glad to work with you so that you can process and you can deal with unresolved issues, because mental health counseling helps you to identify unresolved issues, to talk about your feelings, your thinking patterns, and your behavior. And the therapist guides you on how you can do that process so that you can live the kind of life that you desire. Because I usually say there is the ideal life in my mind, there is what is expected of me by the society, and there is the real life that I live. We need to put all these three together so that you don't feel like you are fragmented because you haven't really allowed yourself to integrate all of those. So until I see you next time, continue to live by design.